Have you ever caught yourself mindlessly scrolling, promising you'll stop just after this one last video, only to realize hours have vanished again? Or maybe you've tried to quit a bad habit, only to fall back, feeling weaker each time. It's like you're trapped in a loop, watching your potential slip away while others seem to break free and level up effortlessly. But what if I told you there's a Japanese system almost nobody in the West knows about that top performers secretly use to break bad habits and addictions for good? Most people will never hear about this, but today you will. Because before you can break free, you need to understand why you're stuck and why willpower alone is never enough. If you've ever tried to quit a bad habit, whether it's endless social media, late-night snacking, or procrastination, you know the cycle. You promise yourself never again, only to slip back days or even hours later. Each failure chips away at your confidence, leaving you frustrated, ashamed, and secretly wondering if you're just not disciplined enough. The truth? You're not alone. Most people are stuck in this exhausting loop, blaming themselves and relying on bursts of motivation that always fade. Meanwhile, a rare few seem to break free, transforming their lives while the rest of us watch from the sidelines. What's their secret? It's not more willpower, it's something entirely different. And it's a radically different approach, quietly mastered by the world's most disciplined people, rooted in Japanese philosophy. While most of the world battles bad habits with sheer willpower and all-or-nothing resolutions, Japanese culture has quietly mastered a different path, one that's helped everyone from Olympic athletes to everyday students break free from addiction and self-sabotage. The secret? Two powerful philosophies: Kaizen, the art of tiny continuous improvement, and Ikigai, the science of living with purpose. Unlike the Western obsession with quick fixes, this Japanese system is subtle, science-backed, and almost unknown outside Japan. But don't just take my word for it. Science and real-world success stories prove how powerful this approach truly is. Decades of research show that Kaizen and Ikigai aren't just ancient wisdom, they're backed by neuroscience and used by some of the world's highest achievers. Olympic athletes credit Kaizen for their relentless progress, while CEOs use Ikigai to fuel unstoppable motivation. Even Harvard researchers have found that small, purpose-driven changes rewire the brain for lasting transformation. This isn't theory, it's a proven system that's changed thousands of lives. So, how does this Japanese system actually work? Let's break it down step by step. At the heart of this Japanese system are two powerful pillars: Kaizen, making tiny, consistent improvements every day, and Ikigai, finding a personal why that fuels your actions. When you combine these, you unlock a kind of cheat code for breaking bad habits and addiction. Instead of fighting yourself, you work with your brain's natural wiring, making change feel almost effortless. Let's dive into exactly how you can use these methods in your own life, starting today. The Japanese system is built on two simple but powerful pillars: Kaizen, making tiny daily improvements that add up over time, and Ikigai, connecting every action to a deeper sense of purpose. When you combine these, you create a cheat code for breaking bad habits and addiction. This isn't about willpower, it's about rewiring your habits from the inside out. Now let's break down the exact methods the top 1% secretly use to transform their lives. Here's the first secret: Kaizen Micro-Shifts. Instead of trying to overhaul your life overnight, you make changes so small your brain barely notices. For example, if you want to cut down on screen time, start by reducing it by just 1 minute a day. It sounds almost too easy, but that's the point. Your brain doesn't trigger resistance, so you actually stick with it. Over weeks, these micro-shifts compound, creating massive change with almost zero stress. Most people ignore this because it feels too small to matter, but that's exactly why it works. The top 1% know. Tiny steps, taken consistently, are unstoppable. But micro-shifts alone aren't enough. The real magic happens when you connect them to something deeper: your personal purpose. The second secret is the Ikigai Trigger. This is where most people fail. They try to change habits without a powerful why. Ikigai is your personal reason for getting up in the morning, the deeper purpose that makes every micro-shift meaningful. Here's how to find yours in 30 seconds. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become, and why does it matter? Maybe you want more energy to create, to help your family, or to finally feel proud of yourself. When you link every tiny habit change to your Ikigai, motivation becomes automatic. Without this, even the best habits eventually fade, but with it, you become unstoppable. And when you combine Kaizen Micro-Shifts with your Ikigai, you unlock a hidden identity, the kind only the top 1% ever discover. Now for the final piece, the habit loop rewire. In Japan, top performers use cue control to shape their environment so bad habits become invisible and good habits become automatic. For example, if you want to stop late-night snacking, remove snacks from your room and place a glass of water by your bed instead. If you want to study more, leave your books open on your desk. By changing your cues, you make discipline almost effortless. No willpower required. This is the secret weapon of elite performers. They design their surroundings to support their goals, so success becomes the default. When you use these Japanese methods together, you don't just change your habits, you change your identity. When you apply these Japanese systems, you're not just breaking bad habits, you're stepping into the identity of the top 1%. While most people stay stuck, you're choosing to become someone disciplined, purpose-driven, and truly unstoppable. This isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. Imagine being the person others look up to for self-mastery and resilience. Now picture what your life could look like just 30 days from now. Imagine yourself 30 days from now, waking up energized, your old bad habits barely a memory, your mind clear and focused. You feel proud every night, knowing you're finally in control. Compare that to where you started, stuck, frustrated, and doubting yourself. This is the power of Kaizen and Ikigai in action. Now it's your turn to take the first step. Right now, choose one tiny habit to change and one Ikigai reason that matters to you. Drop your plan in the comments. I'll personally reply to the most inspiring ones. Ready to keep leveling up? Here's how you can join this journey for good. Remember, Kaizen and Ikigai can transform your habits and your life. Subscribe now for more science-backed Japanese self-mastery secrets, and don't miss the next video on advanced productivity hacks.